we're looking at the majesty and intimacy, and in some ways they can seem like contrasting or opposing areas. And so in this process of restoring our understanding of God, that it's important that we hold these contrasting pictures of God in a place of rest, understanding that they can both be true even when they seem contradictory. And an example is the lion and the lamb. The characteristics of a lamb versus a lion are very, very significant. So how could Jesus be a lion and a lamb? And so being able to hold these two in that beautiful balance of rest is where we find our greatest power and strength as a community and as individuals. And it also has to do with our feeling of worth and value, that, Jesus died for us individually and corporately, and he's the God who pursues. And so here's one verse we'll look at. There's so many that we could, but it's from Revelation 3:20 out of the Passion Translation. Behold, I'm standing at the door and I'm knocking. If your heart is open to hear my voice and you open the door within, I will come into you and feast with you, and you will feast with me. And so again, this is the place of the God who is pursuing. It's not that, oh God, please, please, please. No, I need this, I need that. Please draw close to me, God. Please draw close to me. But he's right there. I love the story of the prodigal son because the father ran to meet him. He didn't stand, going, you did this, you wasted all of your inheritance, but he ran to him. And that is our God, that we can come boldly before the throne of grace, no hiding, just as we are. Looking at one verse that is often used to go, we can't even approach him because he dwells in inapproachable light. And this is from 1 Timothy 6:15 and 16 from the Passion Translation. For he is the exalted God, the only powerful one, the king over every king and the Lord of power. He alone is the immortal God, living in the unapproachable light of divine glory. No one has ever seen his fullness, nor can they, for all the glory and endless authority of the universe belongs to him forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
And so, in the New King James Version, it says he dwells in inapproachable light. No man has seen God. And with just that, it's why a lot of people go, well, how can you, talk about ascending into the heavenly realm and seeing God? You're not seeing God. You can't see God, But I love how the Passion translates this, is we can't see him in the absolute fullness of who he is. In this time and season with who we are. I don't think we could handle it.
I don't know that we would be able to ever see and comprehend the fullness of who he is ever. Yeah. Because he is so much more than we are. And then that again is the awe of it. And then again to realize, and he's for me. He is absolutely 100% for you.
And so, you can have times and seasons and people who have special emphasis, like, I don't know if Ulf is on this morning, but he's writing a book on the spirit of the fear of the Lord. And I can't wait to read it because he's focused in this season on the glory and majesty and that power and might. And I can think of many of you on Zoom right here that I know your heart is so focused on intimacy. And so that is awesome too. But it's sometimes hard. How do we reconcile all of this? If I can come boldly and then it says, unapproachable light. Okay, well, how do we hold these two together as both and?